ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹೋದಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಐಕಾನಿಕ್ 2024 ಎಂಬ ಅಂಧರ ಅಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯದಲ್ಲೂ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಎಲ್ಎಸ್ ರಸ್ಕಿನ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯಿತು.
ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಮತ್ತು ಸಹೋದಯ ಸಹಯೋಗದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಐಕಾನಿಕ್ 2024 ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದು 4 ಮಂದಿ ಅಂಧ ಸಾಧಕರು ಇಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಶೇಷ ಅತಿಥಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರು. HR ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ವಿಶಾಲ್ ಜೈನ್, ಎಸೆಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಘಾ ಪಟ್ನಾಗಿ, ವಕೀಲರು ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಅರ್ಪಿತಾ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ರೆವರೆಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಮೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಜೋಸೆಫ್ ಪಿಂಟೋ ಅವರು ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗಿಸಿ ಉದ್ಘಾಟಿಸಿದರು. ನಂತರ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ ಅವರು, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಹೀನರು ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ಬಲಾಢ್ಯರು. ಕಣ್ಣು ಕಾಣದಿದ್ದರೂ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಹೊಡೆಯುವ, ನಿಖರವಾಗಿ ಹಣ ಜಮಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಲವರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೈಕಲ್ ಹೊಡೆಯುವ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಹೀನ ಹೆದರಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು 10 ದೃಷ್ಟಿಹೀನರ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದರು.
If you have got 100% of our potentiality, we know we have got 5 senses and we are so lethargic that we take it for granted and therefore we don't listen carefully, we don't see properly, we don't even feel properly. Our smelling sense is also dim, so also our taste buds. We are not very powerful with this because we take it for granted. But when you have one sense absent, the other senses automatically take over, so much so they become very powerful. And that is why I have so many experiences where visually impaired persons, I remember one case where I visited a visually impaired school in Whitefield in Bangalore, and there was a little boy who showed me his skills of reading Braille. And then he showed me skills of singing, and then he said, I will ride the bicycle for you. And I got scared. It was a small little courtyard, and he took the bicycle and he was going in circles. I was feeling frightened. I said, enough, I know you know to ride the bicycle. But he went so fast within that courtyard, he knew how to go fast with that. I was thinking he might dash into something or someone. But nothing happened, thankfully. And I was really amazed. I wished him well. 12 years later, I went to Whitefield as a chief guest. I had forgotten it. But this boy, as soon as my name was called, he came and said, I remember you. And he told me how he had displayed his cycling skills and his reading. He remembered, and then it came all alive to me. And I said, if his memory is so good, and if he could recognize my voice, it is something of a heightened kind of other senses. And that is why I liked it when he said, God, when he shuts one door, he opens another. And I am sure these are the
ಇದೇ ವೇಳೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ರೆವರೆಂಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ಮಾರ್ಟಿಸ್ ಎಸ್ಜೆ ಅವರು ಮಾತನಾಡಿ, ಐಕಾನಿಕ್ 2024ರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವ-ಇಚ್ಛೆಯಿಂದಲೇ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಸಾಧಕರು ಇತರರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿದಾಯಕರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಂದರು.
I am very much proud and very much touched that 2 of my students are here. I didn't know that among the panelists here, there was one of my students when I was in Bangalore as principal of St. Joseph's College. As we entered the lift, he heard my voice and said, "You are Father Praveen," and he admitted me to St. Joseph's College. Unfortunately, I had forgotten the days and all that, but Mr. Shreyas has even remembered my voice and immediately said, "You are the one." And same thing is to happen with Mr. Anvit. When he was a student here, he would hear me from far and call the principal has come. So this is their capability in remembering and also respecting the other. I was very much touched by them. I'm sure the others also will touch us with their experience today by sharing what happened to them. Sometimes I feel ashamed with all the abilities that we call and say that sometimes we find difficult, the struggles are there, but then when you look at the specially abled, the differently abled who make such kind of progress in their life and making life and giving some special touch and meaning to life. That, well, I'm sure our students today, those who are here, you all have come with a lot of love to listen to them. That will definitely inspire and motivate you. There was a guru who was taking classes for the students, and he was telling them of various things, how to study and how to live and how to make progress in life. But there was a bright student. He had a question in mind. He rose up and asked a question. Is there anything worse than losing one's eyesight? And the guru looked at this blind student and said, yes, you may lose your eyesight, but if you lose your vision, you lost everything in life. And I think that is what these special guests, those are with us, the Arpita, Vishal, Shreyas and Megha, has proved that they have got a special vision. They may not have the eyesight like us, but then they have a vision.
ಇದೇ ವೇಳೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಶೇಷ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದ ವಿಶಾಲ್ ಜೈನ್, ಮೇಘಾ ಪಟ್ನಾಗಿ, ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ, ಅರ್ಪಿತಾ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸೇಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಷಿಯಸ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಸನ್ಮಾನಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಬಳಿಕ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡರು.
When I came here to Aloysius, I was not that confident or that skilled. But today I am speaking in front of you. That is also in English. This is because Aloysius. Aloysius has given me so many things. In fact, it has given me the confidence to lead the good life and also happiness and peace. Today, if I need any help, if I make one call to any one of my teachers here or my friends, they are ready to do all the help. I have never in my life bothered about the scribes because every time teachers will help me out to get a good scribe. And I have memories of every person here, like principal and all other staffs, who have helped me. Everyone has their own story for me to tell. For example, when I had come here, the principal was so good. In fact, I had a liberty to go to his office directly to get any sign. I never waited outside because the principal was so good. And many times when I was sitting outside there in the admin block, sometimes principal himself used to come and speak to me, how is the class, how everybody is treating you, how is everything. And in the initial days, I didn't know that he was principal. I thought somebody was asking me, maybe how much. It was just once I met him, it was during my interview. And for many times I used to sit there because my parents or my uncle will come late to take me. So it was for 1 hour, 1.5 hours I used to sit there. Sometimes he used to come out and ask with me, had you a lunch, had you a tea, how is lecturing, everything. Then one day suddenly I was sitting with one of the staffs there and he was speaking with me. Suddenly when he came, we stood up and respected him. So that time I came to know, he is the principal. This is how the gold medal came. The expectation was so high from the teachers. And let me tell you, the Aloysius have given me so many things because after going out from Aloysius in the university, if I want any help, sir, I want some scribes. Within a day, he will arrange. That time Dheera sir was there here. I used to ask him. Then now always, sir, if I ask him, he will arrange. Then if I want any materials, if I send any message to our political science lectures, they used to give us.
Secondly, what Father just mentioned, right? People with disabilities, with time, adapt and learn to use their senses better. What if you can do that as well? You can do a lot more with the same time and effort, right? So maybe you might get some couple of tips on how to do that. Keep a watch. And lastly, you listen to so many stories on WhatsApp, Snapchat, or today you listen to some of us. What does it mean? It's stories of others, information. Yeah? Anything we listen, see, hear, it's an information. When does it translate to knowledge is when we experience it ourselves. Yeah? So what you listen, go back and see what you can experience for yourself. That's when you can call it as your knowledge. Yeah? So don't listen to the stories alone, make your own story. That's what matters the most. Okay? So maybe I'll bore you with 3 of my stories for today in the next 15 minutes or so. Okay? Firstly, I come from a small town called Ballari. Not that small town. I dropped out of school after 9th. My eyesight was deteriorating. I couldn't see and read anymore after 9th. I didn't know what to do. So, dropped out of school. I didn't study for 3 years. Similarly, my brother for 7 years and sister for 12 years, all three couldn't see. So, chance brought me to Bangalore. I learned computers, got in touch with a few volunteers, a few close ones in the family who supported at that crucial time.
Up to college, we did not have any interaction with sighted children. Right? When we came to college, we were low in confidence. In fact, I used to first rehearse what I had to speak to approach any of my friends sitting next to me. Okay, I want water. I will ask, how will I ask her? Look, can you please help me with a glass of water? Or will you please take me to the place where the water is kept? What should I say? I don't know whether this is looking so silly and simple, but it was difficult at that point in time. You know. But then later, because of my activity in the class and picking up things and hard work and all that, I had a lot of friends, so many friends, and so devoted friends rather. They would never bunk the class without me. If they wanted to bunk the class, they would come behind me for 3 days. They have to convince, look, this class we are bunking. I said, okay, you all go. They said, no, we are not bunking without you. So you have to come. Very good. What we would do, it was NM College. Those of you who have seen NM College in Mangalore, it's next to a theatre called Nanda Theatre, those days. So we all would plan for a movie. But then I would say, look, I would not want to go to the theatre to enjoy the movie. So if I sit in the college terrace, I can hear it. So everybody else would join with me on terrace to listen to my movie experience, listening experience. They would also watch movie and they would say, you know what, we all saved the money for paying ticket in the movie, so let's go have something interesting. So we used to go together, have masti. That was the college time. But the worst part, where we lacked the support. We did not have technology those days. Computers have come off late. That is after 1995, 96, 98 rather. For everybody, for the colleges and library, etc. Before 98, it was difficult. We had access to the information. You can just, pay attention to what I say now. We had access to information only to a specific page of a book where my friend used to refer and read out. It was a part of her reading activity and I would benefit. Can you imagine this? So we did not have any extra reading access because the books were of ink print. We did not get braille books, and technology was those days very. It was just newly coming up. So it was not a full-fledged computer systems everywhere. So it was difficult. That was a challenge. And then I still remember my optional English and women's studies papers. I could not get, and Anvit is very, very fortunate to be, cradled here in this college. So I would request the Aloysius College to, have more Anvits. maybe you can advertise in your admission campaign saying that this many, I know that all the visually impaired people cannot be accommodated in one college, but at a certain, you can have a percentage or number, whatever it is, whatever that suits the college. The idea is that like we can produce more unwits. So that's one suggestion, request I can make.
ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಮೈಕಲ್ ಡಿಸೋಜಾ, ಸೇಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಷಿಯಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಡೇಸಾ, ಅಡ್ಮಿನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ನ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಚಾರ್ಲ್ಸ್, ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಸಮನ್ವಯಕಾರರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರೋಷನ್ ಡಿಸೋಜಾ, ರೋಚೆಲ್ ತಾವ್ರೋ, ವಿನಯ್ ಡಿಆರ್, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಸಂಯೋಜಕರಾದ ವಿಯಾನ್ ಡಿಸೋಜಾ, ಗ್ಲಾನಿಯಾ ಬೆನ್ನಿಸ್, ಜೆಸ್ಲಿಟಾ ಸೆರಾವೋ, ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತನ್ ಪಿಂಟೋ, ಸಾಯಿನಂದನ್ ಲೋಖರೆ ಮತ್ತಿತರರು ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿದ್ದರು. ಬ್ಯೂರೋ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್, ವಿ4 ನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಮಂಗಳೂರು.